Videoconferencing Volunteers. The teacher uses technology resources to bring in volunteers to help students more deeply understand the content. Volunteers could be across town, the state, or across the globe. The teacher will also learn strategies to engage paraprofessionals in the ongoing classroom work using technology. Here it is, the big one, Skype. Skype is actually a piece of software that you download on your computer, and then the person you're going to talk to also downloads the software. Next step, you go to skype.com, you sign up, make an account, and then you share your username with the person you'd like to connect with. I love Skype professionally. I use Skype every single day, all day long, and it is a communication platform that we need to help students understand as we all work to get them college and career ready. Now, not long ago, Skype came into Skype in the classroom, where it becomes like a matchmaking service to match up classrooms that want to learn from each other. So everybody volunteers, and then this Skype in education in the classroom is making that connection, and everything's organized into different categories. So here we can go with Mark Wood on his Everest adventure. How cool is that? And that's in the geography section. So there's all different sections, and I just clicked on languages, and you can see in the left corner there's over 10,000 opportunities for learning in just the languages category. So if you teach a foreign language and you want your students to hear a native speaker, that might be a way that you can connect two classrooms. I think that is just a great way to use Skype. Now I went into food and nutrition, and there's fewer, but we still have 678 that we can pick from. So we can take our middle school and our high school students and we can connect them to food classes all over the globe. That is great. All right, debate and discussion. And we've got, again, a lot of lessons. In this one, I want to draw your attention to the student ages. This one says it's for 18 and above. What they're looking for a class to go ahead and discuss a topic and debate it back and forth. That would be so interesting, because we definitely would have different perspectives in different parts of the world. So that's just one example of a lesson. And then if you perfect, that's what I want, then you sign up to take part in that activity. This is a middle school geography class in an urban area. This one, they want students that are between 12 and 15. They're looking for a class. And it goes on to tell you a little bit more about the lesson and what they're looking for. So it's a middle school civics and geography teacher looking to connect with different communities that are physically different, culturally, socioeconomic. And they'd like to discuss how the communities are similar and how they are different. This is key. The civics class meets our first and second periods. So here's our time frame. Your class might not be able to connect to that class just because of the restriction of the time. Speaking of that, if you look over on the right, we have a time zone converter. One of the biggest challenges of working with Skype is time zones. And so you really have to keep that in mind as you're planning and hopefully making these connections with other classrooms. You just might not be in the same time zone. This is a wonderful grassroots project that started back in 2008, and where you can Skype an author. The authors that have committed to being part of this network are children's authors, and they will give you between 10 and 15 minutes of their time. They'll volunteer that time to connect with your students. So your students can read a book, and then they can talk directly to the author. Again, keep in mind, time zones might be an issue. And so that's just one thing got to keep in mind. To get here, the quickest way, just go to Google and put in Skype and Author Network, and it will bring you right to this wiki that is constantly being updated. Now, Ustream is another option. A lot of times in schools, Skype is not an option. It's blocked. A lot of places you can't download and install software, so you may have to explore some other options. Ustream, great option, but know that it also might be blocked because it is streaming media. And the other thing to really remember is Ustream, anyone in the world can make their own channel. So you want to make sure that you make your own channel and you keep your students only in your channel. Don't go wandering about, because I have found some inappropriate things in here that you just don't want up on your big screen in front of your class. So you make your own channel, and then you can go ahead and broadcast live from your classroom. You can invite your parents, your grandparents into your classroom. And then it could be broadcast out. What a great way to do student reports, or connect maybe with a student that is at home due to an illness or injury. So you can stream your classroom if you choose to. So Ustream is another option. Sign up for free. I also noticed this visit, I have never noticed this before, but now they have a pro version. I've been using the Ustream free for lots of years with great success. There is an educational channel in Ustream. I'm not sure if everything in the channel should be there, but there's lots of examples. So if you want to look around before you decide to broadcast yourself, go look in the education section. There's a lot to pick from. Now, Google has what is called Google Plus, and Google Plus has all different features, but one of them is Hangouts. And a Hangout means one person in your group starts it, and then you can have up to 10 of you connected. And the nice part about Google Hangouts is you can see, if everybody has a webcam, you can see all your friends right there. In Skype, to compare and contrast, in Skype, you can have two people with webcams, but if a third person comes on the call, the webcams are turned off. So if you want to see people, Google Hangouts is a better option. And that's part of Google Plus. So you have to actually join Google Plus, and then you invite your friends to your Hangout. Celebrities are getting in on the game where they are having a hangout, and you can come and join them. I don't know how that works with the webcams. I've never seen that, but I thought that was interesting. And look at NASA hanging out on Google Plus also with a hangout. So not sure about the webcams, but just another option that might not be blocked in your school. So think about Hangouts. And you have a lot of options under Google Plus, including some of your favorites, including YouTube, Gmail, and so on and so forth. On the Mac, we also have FaceTime for the Mac, and that is Apple-to-Apple products, where Skype, Ustream, it doesn't matter what platform. In FaceTime, it only goes from Mac to Mac, or Mac to an Apple iPad, iPhone, iPod Touch, if it has a camera. That's it. So FaceTime, if you're just Mac to Mac, great. Then that's another option for you. I couldn't move forward without talking about my friend Jen Wagner. She has a website, projectsbyjen.com, and she does projects by connecting classrooms on all different topics. The things like at the holidays, they exchange holiday cards. And you send in a card and you get cards. It's wonderful. And Jen, I don't think she sleeps. She does all the organization of the projects. And one of the projects is the next step. And what this is a way to connect with other teachers for personal professional development. And she encourages the use of Skype or blogs or whatever works for you. But it's really like, I looked at it as almost like peer professional development, moving to the next step. And I applaud you, Jen, for creating this and organizing things. And there's a limit to the first 100 teachers that want to do this. So if it's something that you're interested in, you want to make sure that you get in there. And all of her projects have a certain time limit to while the project goes on. So do make sure that you check that. So Projects by Jen, another way to collaborate with other people. So Videoconferencing Volunteers. My very favorite story about this is from a first grade teacher that every single week one of her fathers video conferences in with a small group. He has his own little reading group, and he video conferences at a certain time and each week, but he comes in from Afghanistan. What a great way to stay connected, even though he's deployed overseas. And he is a video conferencing volunteer. Thanks.